Here's Johnny.
Welcome to my world, bitch.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi ho.
And when you're down here with me,
You float down.
Like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
Hey, welcome back to UHD now, man. Straight up. No, this is actually the main show Friday the 14th podcast.
Was that your April
The-
Fool's joke?
I wish. We're a
April
little late on the.
Fools.
So this is usually the Fuentes and Bad Guy show. But Fuentes had something come up. He's unfortunately not gonna be on today's episode. But we do have the real one, of course.
Salute, man. Nice to be here. I'm excited to talk some great movies with some great people. Or in this case, just you, Nick.
The great person. Oh man. The collection, man. The collection 2012. Well, before going to the movie, what you caught WrestleMania this week, right?
WrestleMania, yeah, man. It was a pretty big weekend for wrestling fans, locally, nationally, internationally, and yeah, I caught it both nights. It was pretty fun. What about you? What'd you think?
Um, in my honest opinion, I think night one was the better show.
Yeah, night one was superior to both nights. Honestly, I feel the same way.
What did you think of Cody's return?
Right off the bat, I think this proves that everybody was knocking WWE for the longest time and saying they're the second tier company, and a lot of people were just like fed up with what they were, some of the product that they were pulling out. But numbers wise, money wise, I think they nailed it with Cody. I think the way they presented him was fabulous. I think the way the match was put together was fabulous. And then, the way he was able to pull it off with Seth was fabulous too. I think that match made WrestleMania Night One amazing.
That was the match of the night.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, man.
And a close second, I would put the two women's matches right behind that one. I think both the other women's matches were both top tier.
But if we're
If I had to do a top five,
a top five,
I would do
but
Cody and Seth, Bianca and
I was gonna
Becky
say,
2,
yeah, realistically, yeah, that would be in the second. I was like, what?
and then Charlotte and Ronda 3. And the other two kind of just
You're five.
yeah. If I had to guess the other two, what else was on there? What was it? The night one was Miz and Mysterio match. That one wasn't too bad. I was surprised. I'd probably put that one at 5. I was surprised with how good Logan Paul looked.
With the Pokemon card, man.
Yeah, for real, the Pokemon card.
This is kind of just a random spot. And for people who are fans of Wrestling Tacos or Uwu on this channel, Imusol Productions, I just had this on the side of my table here. These are, I like to refer to them as props on Uwu. So all these cards I have in my hand, they are all signed by the wrestlers on the Uwu episodes.
Oh, nice.
Just a little. And if you're wondering what the hell Uwu is, it's like an interview unpackings with independent wrestlers that my good friend Franco does.
And I gotta say, I don't know if you've seen the highlight video yet, but I watched the highlight video that they put together over WrestleMania weekend with all the great independent stuff that went through Dallas this past weekend. And I gotta say, that gave me. I didn't watch any of the matches live, And I don't follow Texas wrestling probably like some of you guys do. But the highlight video that he put together that came out today gave me goosebumps. Really good highlight video. Yeah, I gotta say that's a very good highlight video. I enjoyed it. I recommend it. Anybody, you don't even have to know who any of these guys are in Dallas or any of the independent stars down there. Just go watch the highlight video. It was a really good independent, just wrestling video in general. So I enjoyed it. It made me like want to be there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I wasn't able to get the days off, so but I don't know. I don't think I would have saved up enough money to actually been out there and enjoyed it. I'll be broke on night one.
Yeah. I I did that same thing, but for New York City when they were in New York, and it was pretty expensive. I did the whole WrestleCon. I went to WrestleMania. I went to Ring of Honor at Madison Square Garden, and it was super expensive, but man, it was well worth it. I think anybody should try to do it at least once in their lifetime if you're a big wrestling fan. And believe me, I had to save up for like a whole year in advance, and it was pretty worth it.
Yeah. Um, but I mean, the Logan Paul. I was very I was entertained as far as like celebrity matches. I think it was even though he's pretty douchey of course in real life. That's just who he is. But just how he was playing off the whole heel. I can't even say he's playing heel because he's just being himself. But he was freaking doing the three amigos or the frog splash, just over here taunting like being like Eddie Guerrero.
What about you? Would you say that those were some of your favorite matches in the same of night one in the same order?
Um, for sure, Cody and Steph is number one. Um, I don't really care too much for the Usos and Shinsuke and Rick Boogs. Rick
I think
Boogs
that
got injured.
yeah, that match could have been probably decent, but yeah, Bugs. I don't even who comes up with some of these names, but
He took Elias's gimmick.
yeah.
Oh man.
What about
Um,
what about night two? Do you want to talk a little bit about night two?
night two. Of course,
Sad to say.
I know we're getting to night two, but can't just go right to night two and not talk about Stone Cold's
Oh yeah,
return.
night one. Night one was just so yeah. Night one felt like a WrestleMania. I don't know about night two.
Oh man, night
Stone
two.
Cold, Stone Cold, yeah.
We came back in night two, but Pat McAfee, he gave a great performance. Like he, remember see, things I would say this is like a second match, if I remember correctly. His other match was with Adam Cole in NXT.
Yeah, I felt like that match with Adam Cole was better, but I mean it was Adam Cole. But I do feel like they should present Pat McAfee like Shane McMahon. How Shane McMahon can do all those wild bumps and hardcore matches like that.
Close.
Yeah, that's how they should present Pat McAfee. But
I yeah, he did. I mean, he won his match against freaking Austin Theory, and then he ends up getting oh my gosh, that's embarrassing. He gets destroyed by Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon's like all his moves are horrible, and then McAfee's just overselling it. Vince doing he punts the football to like he kicks it to McAfee's stomach, and then he gets pinned like that.
yeah,
But I'm trying to think of the other things, but
for night two,
yeah, I mean, besides the main event, the Reigns and Lesnar match.
I think there was too much story to be told with the Edge and AJ Styles match.
Or
I
the
think
agent.
yeah, I think they should have just. I know they got to present the story and the new dark Edge, but I feel like they should have just taken the reins off and let them just go at it. I think there was too much story in between the two, and I mean, that match could have probably been like super, super good, but it felt too produced, if you ask me. if I can use those words.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not can't go too much over the wrestling topic because this is probably the 14th podcast, not Wrestling Tacos podcast. But I mean, honestly, when I bring up the opportunity, I mean, this is like my starting grounds. Or is that the right term?
Yeah.
Starting grounds. But yeah, um,
Getting your feet wet, if you will.
my feet wet. It's been a while since I actually talked about wrestling.
But speaking of the movie that we're talking about today, is today the first time that you guys have talked the original and a sequel in the same, like, maybe season or even ever? Because we talked about the original one a few weeks ago,
So
and now we're talking about. Well, I know you guys have done the Thanksgivings.
as far as the Franco and Fuentes, I mean Franco, the bad guy in Fuentes era of the two-man show, and plus one. But no, this is like as far as Friday the 14th. Franco and Manny Fresh have done the collector and the collection back to back.
Oh, okay.
Not trying to go based off memory. I believe Manny Fresh I gave the movie a 3.5 and Franco gave it a 4 or 4.5. I believe he enjoyed this movie more than the first one.
I was almost kind of the opposite, where I enjoyed the first one more than the second one. But after the movie, and I collected my thoughts and sat down and,
Did you do that on purpose?
did
Intentionally?
what?
You said collected your thoughts?
Oh, I see what you did there. I wish I was that smart. No, but
No.
yeah, we'll get into it. I can't wait to see what your rating is and to go over what I'm talking about. So
All right, man. Gonna jump right into the spoiler-free synopsis. You're about to get snaps. So IMDb it reads, a man who escapes from the vicious grips of the serial killer known as the Collector is then forced to help rescue an innocent girl from the killer's booby-trapped lair. That's pretty. I don't know how I feel about that. That synapse. Is that straight to the point, or is that
no, hey, that's good. That's straight
then
to the point.
forced to help rescue the booby traps? Booby.
There was a lot of that at the beginning of this movie. I don't know if I'm the boobies or the traps.
Boob what? Traps? Yes. Talking about traps. IMDb gave this movie a 6.1 out of 10.
That sounds about right. If this was if we were going 10, I'd probably give this one a 6. Oh, can't talk.
Hey, you can't. Oh, you spoiled it.
No snaps.
So just get out of the show. So our cast, we have returning Josh Stewart, who plays Argan O'Brien. Emma Fitzpatrick, who plays Elena Peters.
Oh, Alina, yeah.
Elena. Christopher McDonald, Mr. Peters, Randall Archer, which this is not the same collector as the first one. He's a difference.
Yeah.
A different guy.
Different guy.
But he plays the collector. Lee Turgeson, who plays Luciello. He plays like what is a role be? Bodyguard?
He's one of the team members, right? That go in and try
He's
to
one
hunt
of
him
the
down.
members.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just called them the team.
The team. The A team.
The SWAT team.
The SWAT team. The Shield.
There you go.
And a lot of other actors, but I mean they don't really play as big of a role. I think the rest of them on here are the team,
The team.
the team. Um, I guess that was it for that. Spoiler free rating.
Uh-oh. I'll go first.
Oh shit.
Um, I gave the first one a 3 a few weeks back in my notes here that I see. I was going to give this one just a little bit lower, but at the end of the day, and we'll get into it, I got to give this one a 3 as well. So this one's a 3, and yeah, you know, I don't want to give too much away without talking straight about the movie, but I'll let you give yours, and then we'll get into it. 3 for me. 3.
I'm gonna go a 0.5 higher than you. It's 0.5 higher than you for this time,
Oh,
but it's a 0.5 lower from the last the first collector.
so you gave the
I
first one a 4, then, huh?
I believe so. Yeah,
Yeah. 3.5, right?
3.5, and you give it at your 3, a tres,
A 3 machetes.
3 machetes, Trejos, Tortugas. Uh, the uncle from Spy Kids. I, I think his name was just Machete in the Spy Kids movie.
The guy who took care of Michael Myers from our last episode.
Oh boy, I forgot his name in the movie.
You can go listen to that episode. Watch it on YouTube.
On UHD episode 6. Um, spoiler warning: go check this movie out now on Prime Video or Blu-ray.
I think you
I
guys
checked.
can also. Is it on Tubi as well, or Pluto?
Okay, so yeah, they're also on there too. If you want to the free route, there's those. But I didn't want to watch ads, so I watched it on Prime Video.
Hell yeah. Ads aren't fun.
Ads. So the movie, as far as likes and dislikes, um, huh. I'm trying to I know of scenes like fair scenes. I can't remember the full on traps.
There was a lot of traps in this movie. Like, I will say that that's probably one thing that it can be a blessing and a curse for this movie, I think, because like there's a lot of cool different ways that people are getting killed in this movie, but I feel like there wasn't enough time spent on the traps, so therefore they're a little bit more forgettable, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there was that. I feel
Like,
like in the first one there was the whole house was booby trapped, booby. Yeah. So
yeah,
like everybody turned there was a trap there, trap there, trap there, trap there. This movie, there's traps, but it's not like as ridiculous as it was. Um, and I believe because I mean the hotel. I forgot
yeah,
what this
yeah,
abandoned place was. This home turf, so he doesn't want to set his whole home turf to be in traps, and he would step on it himself. um, but I mean, I wanted to just throw out a scene as far as the traps. Beginning scene, the club scene
oh yeah.
where the blade just
So
everyone just
it was kind of uh like a crop cutting blade or something like that. My
yeah,
my
something like
favorite
that.
my favorite kind of trap, the first, like really the first, like you kind of see it the first, what, 15-20 minutes, is the platform that the collector is standing on, and then it just lowers and everybody gets smashed underneath it, and then it's kind of like
Oh man,
a it's also kind of like a reintroduction to him too. So like you see him coming down, and then the platform just smashes everybody, and then it's like the gates open and like, oh, here he is, reintroduction. I thought that was a pretty cool scene. I wish that was the first time you seen him on camera, but you see him a little bit before that as well. So I thought that would have been pretty cool to save him. But the platform was probably one of my favorite traps
Yeah, I just
and
like how
scenes.
I love how like still hate. I mean, watching the whole club scene, the first thing that pops in my mind, I'm thinking Blade.
Oh,
Just thinking of the Blade club scene. I'm like, to be a bloodbath, which it ended up being a bloodbath because everyone's getting chopped up. Um, I like how the collector is kind of just hovering over the what
the
would you
club,
the
kind of like
rafters that
hanging in the
kind
rafters.
of like
Rafters.
Sting.
Oh,
That's what he was doing, or like Batman. He's just looking down. I'm the night.
justice,
It's like, oh,
vengeance.
it's like there he is, just sitting out there. I'm like, okay. I wasn't expecting him to. That'd be the like you'll see him just hanging up above like that.
Yeah, that was a little weird. Like, not
And it
like not weird and creepy, but just kind of threw me off.
kind of caught me off guard when it's like I thought. I mean, he was gonna try to get one by his whole thing was trying to get like one person at a time, but instead it's like, oh, I'm gonna kill all y'all, just kill
Yeah,
everyone in the club.
it felt like a little too much work to just kidnap Elena because it seemed like throughout the whole movie that was his main goal was to kidnap her. I think, but that's what it felt like. Like he went through all that trouble to just kidnap one girl. Like use Tinder, bro.
Tinder. Nah, he was afraid he's gonna get catfished. Um, so Arkin makes his return. He's in the box. What's in the box?
What's in the
Um,
box?
no, as soon as I saw the box, like, oh, yep, there's my boy Arkin. He's gonna pop right out of the box. Um, I thought maybe they would have gone with like a one of those. I feel like in movies they'll do that. Like they'll bring a returning person and they'll just kill him off right away. But no, he actually got to live past that point. Like he's
Very main
popping out.
character, yeah.
Yeah, Arkin. And you see him get out of the box, and he saves Elena because I forgot what exactly happens. Like things like the trap was about to go off.
Oh yeah, like she got him out and he told her to duck down because the arrow was like coming from behind her or something. So he automatically was an asset the moment he got out of the box.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like. I mean, he actually got to be helpful versus the other guy in the first movie who was in the box. That guy was kind of trash.
he deserved what he got.
That guy sucked. He
So
needs no help.
before you check this one out, did you rewatch the first one or did you just kind of go solely into this one?
I should have actually just done a double feature and actually gone back to back. But no, I went purely based off memory and what I liked about the memory of the
Yeah,
stuff I enjoyed.
that's how I did. I think if I would have done a rewatch, I don't think I would have liked this one as much.
But I mean, the way this movie starts off, it's a little odd. I mean, sure you get an arcade in the box. That's how I ended the last one. But
You talking about the way this one starts off, going all the way back to the beginning with
the
the
way
car wreck,
beginning,
the wreck
well,
scene.
what the wife actually being like trying to, it's like she's on TV or something. She's like asking for Arkin. But because how they were in that sticky situation where what are they called? Uh, I don't know. I'm blanking out. Because they were in trouble with money. Like they owed money.
Oh yeah. It's
And I feel
always
like,
something like somebody's always in some kind of trouble with this, like the first one and then this one.
but
And
I
then you
mean,
get
I feel like they kind of scrapped out that storyline. Like, oh, so the wife didn't get in trouble. It's like I think it was like maybe like I don't know, maybe a couple of days after or so.
because this really was about like pretty much Mr. Peters daughter getting like kidnapped. And like at the beginning, the the car wreck scene. And what did you think of the flashbacks? Did you like the flashbacks to young
Young Lena,
Elena? Yeah, Mr. Peter.
Mr.
I wish
Peter,
I wish he had a different name, but
Peter. Hey, Peter. um, they play it off like Mr. Peters. He's dead. He died in that crash, but uh, he doesn't. He's not dead because you see him whenever Elena's gonna leave her house to go to that party, that kick-ass party.
yeah, which
And everyone dies.
she got stood up, and her boyfriend ended up being at that party.
Oh shit, man, that scene. Like, he's like, I think he was working out. I don't know. He was pretending he was gonna be at work or with friends, or I don't know.
Yeah, I have
And
to work
then
late.
I had to work late, and she catches him at the club. So, oh, there you are.
Terrible.
Just weird.
And she knocked him for a loop, but he ended up getting his. The collector sliced and diced almost half those people. He Thanos everybody in that club. So they get
I
what was
feel,
coming to them.
I felt a little bad for the friends. Well, her friend and her brother. They get killed off.
Pretty
But
quickly.
the senior mentioned like how everyone's getting squished. It was like I was like kind of going. It's sad, but it's funny at the same time because it's like there's nothing you can do, man. And she was like to like reach out her friend, and her friend's just like, oh, we're like, help, help, help. I was like, oh no. I don't know if I could actually watch my friend actually get killed off. I'm gonna get that marked in my head.
And then you would like hear it and smell it and see it. And like, yeah, no. I would just run away. Go to the next room. Who's next?
Who's what? Who's next?
Um, yeah, yeah. So the what did you think? I appreciate like all those like just those massive group kills. I didn't know what else to call them, and I couldn't. It was a little hard to keep track of every single trap from start at least until Elena got kidnapped. There's a lot of traps in that club. So, um, but yeah, what about Arkin? Or yeah, using a body like throwing him out the window and using him as like a platform to like grace his fall. I thought that was pretty funny.
That
Not
was
bad. Like
pretty.
I just thought it was pretty cool.
I was like, oh, she's just lands. The collector's like, you son of a bitch. I was like, oh, all right, screw you. I got what I wanted. I wanted Alina. I don't give a damn about you, Arkin. You're just bait. But
Pretty much.
that was cool though. Use them as a little landing, safe landing. Um,
Body airbag. It wasn't like too long after that. You see Mr. Peters he puts like the shield together, like the A team, and
the shield.
they want to use Arkin as like the guy to find him. And he's like, I'll lead you there, but I'm not going to any kind of house. He don't want to go through any of that shit again like he went through the first one.
It's a deal.
Yeah. Um.
I thought it was pretty smart of him to what was like every 100 seconds he would mark out his like arm because they acknowledge that they're saying like let's see does like self harm,
hmm
but you're like, well, why would he self harm himself? But then of course it gets revealed why he was doing that to kind of figure out where he was taken to, which I mean they came into play. He's like closing his eyes. He's like, all right, we're here, and then what do you know? He's at an adult video store. Think it's some kind of joke.
Oh, wrong mark. That was my other hand.
What?
That was the other mark. Oh no, this one's the kidnap, and then this forearm is. Oh no, that's the video store.
But yeah, they make it to
Do you think that was a little cheesy?
what?
The marking of the forearm to find out exactly how to get to the collector's hidden secret layout.
What I want to know is how he actually did it. What the hell? He was actually in the chest. So the collector left him a little knife blade, whatever.
Oh
He's
yeah,
like,
that's
here you go.
true. Because
I like that.
it was in the back of the ambulance supposedly, right?
I don't remember them showing that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was in
So
because at the end of the first one, the collector took him in either the van or the
yeah, he
back of the
was
ambulance.
yeah, it was trapped up.
Yeah, maybe with a piece of broken glass or something. Interesting.
And like, there's also a little bit light inside the chest. It's all dark. Mm. But they make it to collector land or collector world, whatever you want to call it. They ask him like, he's like, all right, I led you here. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Like, nah, fam, you can't. You're not leaving. We
Yes.
want you to go. You're the only person who's been in here and made it out alive.
Yeah.
The way he says that, like, if Arkin actually escaped it by like walking out of there, he escaped it because he was in the chest, the box.
Right. Yeah, because he didn't escape that house. He escaped the original house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And
it's a different layout, guys.
yeah, this is a completely different house. Like this is
This is
the
collector world.
collector world. Yeah. You have numerous boxes in there. He supposedly always keeps random victims from each. We're gonna call it a purchase. Okay.
A purchase.
He keeps at least one person from each purchase that he goes and does for each business transaction. So you meet a couple of these collections, a few of these physical medias that he collects.
Physical be, you know, I found it very entertaining. Like, I mean, in the first movie we reviewed, we're like, well, I mean, he's a collector, but why is he exactly collecting these people? And then in this movie, you exactly find out why he's collecting them.
Yeah.
He either keeps them hacked up like in tubes of like aquarium glass, uh, and then not just those bodies, but he also has these zombified weirdos as
That
pets.
yeah, that are like kind of still alive.
I'm like, what? This is your collection? This is the collection right here.
And then you also get to meet the lady that he had nailed up onto a wall. And yeah, she was nailed up there, and Arkin found her, and he went and hid because he saw the collector come in. The collector looked at her and just like slit her throat.
She was over
Like,
saying, "Help me!"
help!
It's like, what
Yeah,
would you say? And she still says it again, but I was like, "I'm not gonna help you."
it's like you see me with a hammer, bitch. I can't get you down. I don't have that kind of a. I don't have a nail remover.
So not only did he have his zombie pets, he had a girl that he let survive. This
This
isn't
was
the
creepy to
same.
me.
This isn't the same little girl, right? From the first one.
You
There's no
know
way
what?
because it wasn't that big of a time jump. I think it
Okay,
was only a couple of days. I was like, nah, it can't be. But
I didn't think about that, but that's a good bring up.
but they tossed that storyline out too. Like the older girl just he killed her off, but they don't mention it.
Yeah, that's true. They could have mentioned. I mean, they didn't mention it, but he could have
He,
just
uh,
killed her off.
I
Yeah,
mean, I don't show it. I don't know. It's left to imagination. That's why we made or how we would have ended it.
yeah. We're gonna.
But I mean, but you get that the weirdo girl. She's dressed up like a doll or whatever.
What's her name? Abby. Yeah,
Abbey Road.
Abby was in the backs.
It's a stripy
Which
girl.
yeah, she was really. It was creepy, like kind of gross too, because like he had her dressed up like a little baby doll, and it's like he had her looking and boxed her up like a toy. Like what else was he using her for? I mean, yeah, exactly. It's kind of gross, man. It kind of freaky and creepy, man. You sit there and think about it. But I like
Mm.
movies like kind of just they play with you. They don't really tell you exactly the true answer, other than that he just was holding her in safe keeps. And then like a few scenes later, she wipes all that stuff off of her. She looks like a completely different person.
And then Chibike was the orphan the whole time in the movie The Orphan.
Oh yeah,
Esther.
is this the crossover?
this is the crossover you didn't know you wanted.
Collecting orphans?
Collecting orphan. Isn't the next one like a prequel?
No,
They plan the
I was
orphan.
gonna get into that. I got that in my notes. I didn't know if you wanted to save that for how we would have ended it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Um.
We can talk about it now. The prequel,
The prequel.
Abby in the Box. What'd you think about the head collar scene where the head collar just explodes? And then shortly after the head explodes, you get the spikes coming down from the ceiling.
Huh. Yeah,
You can really tell that like the producers were from Saw because there's like some Saw traps in here for sure.
produced. Yeah. Like if you have the Blu-ray, it says the what's it say? The producers of Saw 6, 7, or whatever.
Oh yeah,
I forgot what number. I think it's 5, 6, 7, 8 or something. I don't know.
random
It really
movies
got a.
4, 5, and 6.
Oh shit, man!
The
it's
best
about
ones of the series.
it's gonna go down.
That was good.
It's the traps. I love how Arkin just avoids all the traps. Most of just like
Yeah,
say it's like
he was a little too smart for me in
dodge.
this one. I would have liked to seen him get a. I would have liked to see him get a little bit more bruises and a little bit more messed up. It was like he kept hitting reversal on all the
His
all the traps.
reversals.
Yeah, he kept hitting his reverse button.
He also Magic infinite finishers.
Yeah.
You're talking about the shield, the 18.
The 18.
A lot of those, they're all dicks. Man,
They are. Yeah, they are all dicks.
they're like whenever the Archangels versus like they're all ladies first. It's like fuck you. It's like Archangel's like, oh, if you want me to lead the way, well, am I at least gonna get a weapon or something like that? I totally protect myself. They just give him the little flashlight.
But if they all pretty much died though, didn't they? Everybody from the 18.
As well they should. I think it just came down to like 2 members. The main guy and then the girl.
Because I'm like, as soon as they created these guys, I'm like, I'm sure they're just used for, more traps. They were going to be just off.
That girl gets like dragged away by the rope or the string.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's not the one that was in the body box, right? Do you remember that scene? That she's like trapped in like the standing up body box.
Standing up body box.
And the only thing you can see is like her head, and the box just like engulfs her.
Is that that's the girl, the doll girl, I believe.
Yeah, it was like I think it was right before the collector kicks in the 2 doors, and then he enters in with the 2 dogs. Or it might be after that scene.
The collector looking all badass. So I got the gun and 2 dogs. He's about to drop the hottest mixtape of the year.
Yeah, he did. That was a pretty badass entrance. Like,
those dogs were pretty vicious. One of the dogs that actually gets used to get out of the trap by the what was it, Lucello or something. Because he gets trapped. It's like there was like 2 traps that were very similar, kind of like they had like spikes up. I think his hand was caught in the spikes, and then there's like a trap above that was gonna like look like a kind of like a bear trap type of thing that was gonna close on him.
Oh yeah.
If you lifted his hand.
Yeah, because he
They don't exactly show it though. But it hints at he's already gonna grab the dog and use it like that. But the other trap with the doll girl, so I'm gonna call her. She steps on the spike by accident, and then that's when she gets like right into the box thing.
Oh Oh yeah, that's
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
pulled it up to the wall. I was like, oh shit.
yeah.
That's what you get. You couldn't just be saved, go along with the plan. You just had to be loyal to the collector.
Yeah.
You got that.
Follow the collector.
I mean, he must have been packing something good.
Well, I mean, what do you think of the bear traps? Alana like drops her
Oh,
her
the
hearing aid on it.
the hearing aid.
Yeah, and then you kind of get that little intense moment where she picks it up,
Nice,
and then the
like
bear trap goes off.
see her little I don't know, like it starts. So it's like, oh, just gotta go look for it. You see all these little bear traps. So once you hearing aid, here you go. It's like in a little trap. She gets it, puts it back on. I don't know. I mean, I feel like that was like a little simple. It's too easy.
Too easy.
It's too easy. Like she got it fairly easy and doesn't have it struggling. But I thought it was pretty. It's pretty hilarious that you would actually do that. It's like these traps. I mean, there's like it's not like there's like a map or anything that tells you where to go. Like that looks like it goes in an area that you wouldn't even want to go through.
Yeah, because I mean, I guess this was throughout the whole movie, like his hideout, his library of collecting stuff, if you will. And he was like you got to see a lot of stuff. You got to see bugs and creatures and more than just humans hanging out. You know, in the first movie, he uses a lot of like he uses bugs, and you're like, dude, this guy's just walking around with like a bunch of bugs in his pockets and shit. But I mean, going now to this movie, you kind of get that backstory of hey, not only is he collecting like human bodies, but he's collecting creatures, snakes probably, and bugs. So, and he collects
He
everything.
collects.
Yeah. I was waiting to see some Blu-rays or something in his hiding spots. What else was he collecting? But
Collect.
at the end of the day, like he kidnaps Elena again. So there's two scenes where he kidnaps her. He kidnaps her at the beginning, and then he kidnaps her again here at the end. I thought she was going to be done for sure. Did you think she was going to be like a survivor,
Well,
or did you not like the
yeah.
whole he took her again?
As far as Survivor, I saw her like they really put it out there. Like she got out of the box by using her actually using her brains. I think she used like part of her bra strap, I believe, or something like that. She was like she unlatched the trap. I was like, wow. I don't know if that's that's not really so much common sense. That's a little more advanced thinking.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, all right. But she got like out like that, and of course in that scene you have the collector walking in, and then he gets like his jar of spiders, and he has them walking around, and then the one of the spiders gets on top of Lena's face. uh, but I mean, she had that I guess survivor. Think
Big
about
time
it.
survivor. Yeah.
Yeah. But Arkin, he's in the, like the main, even though he was like the main character in the first one, it's still surprising that he actually made it through the whole way.
Yeah,
Especially going towards the end of the movie too. But yeah,
with that final fight between one of the final fight scenes before before the unveiling is let out there. But
I will say that I enjoyed this fight scene better in the first one. Oh man, seeing like this guy, the collector, he's all untouchable. He was like fighting
yeah, he
four
was.
of them. He was all knocking it all out. It's like, oh shit, can't even take him out. But I mean, eventually Arkin does actually get the upper hand, starts beating him down.
Gets the upper hand, yeah, and then he goes down like a chute, I guess, and he falls on top of like a bunch of body parts, and then Arkin throws like the little match down there to set him on fire.
He sets him on fire.
Kind of reminds me of a Halloween 2018 ending. He just sits up there looking at him, and all the flames are going on around him.
Hey guys, it's getting hot up here. That's alright. I'll just hide. Yeah, that's what he did.
But Elena breaking the big, containers that held body parts in there, and the water just going everywhere, probably saved the collector's life.
The water dripped on there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That definitely did save Arkin's life.
Yeah.
But I mean, the collector. I mean, shit. That's actually. I mean, that makes more sense. But so where the hell would he actually? Because he does try to play along with towards the end of the scene where you find a mask. But
yeah, he's looking like on all the different boxes.
At that part of the scene, the fire's going on. Do you think Arkin's gonna die at that moment, or did you already see that whole tank exploding, or not exploding, but her breaking the tank come into play?
No, when that happened, I was like, okay, this is the ending. You're gonna see the end of, or what they want you to think of the ending is of the collector. I kind of knew that maybe Arkin would come out on top. But yeah, I mean, I thought that was the true ending. Like I didn't see, because there's like another 5 minutes after that. I thought that was the for real ending, and then you see the mask just chilling, and then it would end. But yeah, I kind of felt like if Arkin made it this way, that past all those different boxes and different traps and stuff, and I was like, yeah, he'll live on for the next one if there's a next one.
He just kind of give up. He's like, oh shit, I can't jump that far. So he's like, all right. And then she's like, no, I can't leave you on, man. And of course, they're surrounded by water tanks. So then she starts breaking it. She's like, oh, why not I think of that?
Yeah, but that kind of irritated me, though. I'm like, why is she doing that? Like,
she ruined his collection.
Yeah.
Maybe he wanted to come back to that.
Yeah, like if you can't kill him, like, tear up his walls. I'd rather somebody probably set me on fire than somebody beating all these things back here. Hurt me, not the movies. Movies that do nothing to me.
Save the movies. That was kind of like towards more the ending, but just to like patch it up when we get to the final ending. The two other scenes I thought were pretty cool. They weren't even so much death scenes. They're more of like getting stuff done. Like there's that scene where you see the little peephole, and you see like the two homeless guys at the trash can. I think at the fire, and Arkin's like, "How many bullets you got in that gun?" It's like 2. So trust me, give me your gun. And he shoots the homeless guy. He knocks down that, so that way they can alert the other guy, alerts like the police, like, hey, there's a gunshot, whatever. But I mean, the police or the ambulance, whatever people that showed up, they showed up really fast. There was like no time. I don't show no time jump at all. But it's kind of funny. Like they were like so busy in that area for the homeless guy, they don't even bother looking back. Like, oh, I came from the collector world over there.
The collector world.
So Arkin's over here, like, he's gonna like shoot again. He's alright, I'm gonna shoot at the police this time. Like, oh, gotta go. I thought that was a cool scene. And the way Arkin's thinking. And then the other scene where Arkin actually freaking he has his arm broken to actually reach the lock latch. But yeah, survival instincts. This guy
trapped in the cage. Re-break my arm. Yeah, that was pretty.
So break it.
Pretty grotesque.
Are you sure? Yes, this is life or death. We got to do it. This is the only way.
That's one cool thing I feel about these movies. Like, some people give these movies like really bad ratings. Like I think on doing my notes for this, I think Rotten Tomatoes gave this movie like a 38%. Like a lot of people give these movies bad rap, but like that's one thing I can always appreciate about mostly all horror movies is that if they use practical effects and makeup, like it's going to be a pretty decent movie to watch. If the story is shit and if the acting is shit, at least the practical effects are going to be somewhat decent. If this was like an ATC score, you know how you get like 10 points or whatever for putting your name down. I think movies like this automatically get like 2 stars for just the makeup in general, 3 stars. So uh, that's one thing I can always appreciate about something like this. The Saw movies, Hostel. You're gonna get some pretty cool, amazing
I watch Hostel.
practical effects. So, uh,
Hmm.
yeah.
But yeah, the whole fire scene.
Did it
Well,
ever? I don't think it did, but did it ever explain what happened to Abby? Did she die? I
Abby.
can't. I can't remember.
That was who's that again? Is that the
The
dog girl?
little, yeah, the dog girl.
She dies in the trap.
She does.
Yeah, that's
I must
the
have.
box trap where she steps
Oh,
on the thing and then she.
okay. Yeah, I didn't see the
Uh,
blonde hair, so I was also yeah in the middle of something. I should have went back and rewound it.
yeah.
Good way for her to go though.
It's a great way for her to go.
Yeah.
She had it coming. I like how like Elena's like, oh no, don't trust that bitch. She's crazy.
Yeah.
But
She got smacked. She got Will Smith smacked.
keep keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Keep my baby daddy name. The collector is mine.
Um, like she was trying to be like a discount Harley Quinn, pretty much. Um, but they make it out of the collector world, and they see all the collector's little boxes, his chest, and of course see the mask in there. They're trying to go for that horror, typical horror ending, like, oh, well, you see his mask, so there's gonna be a third movie.
A third movie.
But I mean, they don't end it that way. How they end it off is I've never seen it. It's daytime. It's inside a house. You see the body moving. The collector. They don't show his face because he doesn't have his mask anymore. So they want to keep it his face as a I don't know, a surprise. I mean, if you really want to see what he looks like, you just look up the actor
Yeah.
on IMDb. But yeah, he walks it around and then you hear someone behind him or you see someone behind him, and the person behind him is Arkham, the guy. He's
Yeah. And he tells him, get in the box.
like, oh man, here comes the dislike. Oh man,
This is the dislike for you.
well, it's not even that big of a major thing, but so the collector, the two movies, he does not talk at all. He just makes grunty noises.
Yeah.
Oh. But he's like, oh, are you gonna kill me? He's like, no, doing that would be too nice. I'm not a nice guy. uh, he's like, I want you to feel pain. That probably wasn't an exact line of that, but essentially that's what he meant. And the collector tries to attack him like, oh, so, and then I think he just gets knocked out inside the chest, and then Arkin's just smashing his hand. Like his hand's like outside of the chest, and he's just smashing it on there. And then that's how it ends. It's all game over. like Saw.
Yeah, I kind of had just a small, just probably like you. It's nothing too big, but just a gripe about the ending. I wish it was a little bit more. I like the dark ending that you get with Arkin looking at the mask. I think that would have been a cool little, secret way of ending it.
You know, come thinking
And
about it, I think Flint probably would enjoy that ending. The him getting the collector inside the box. The chest.
I'm knocking everything over. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It'll be pretty cool next time we talk to him to see his take on it if he got to check it out. But I do think I would have stuck with that ending. I do like that ending.
The mask inside the chest.
Yeah,
It's,
and then like you said, in the first movie he doesn't talk, he grunts, and in the same one he grunts in this one, but he kind of has more of a spaz yelling in this movie, more of a grunt, but nonetheless it's still kind of a grunt. And then, when Arkin finds him in the house, it's like a nice kept up house. From what you see of the collector without the mask, he's kind of dressed, business casual. So that's the only aspect of it I do like, is that they slowly point it towards it could be anybody. It could be the guy next door. It could be your brother-in-law. It could be your uncle. Like they don't make him look like just some nasty creature that, which is cool. I think that's one of the positives about the ending, is they do make it look like it could be anybody, but
mm,
I just didn't like the trapping him in the box, smashing his hand. I don't mind if you smash my hand, bro, but don't sit there and curse me the entire time that you're smashing my hand, because he's like, fuck you, or some shit like that.
It's all Harkin. The movie's like, oh, you fucking pussy. Bam, bam. Or even like when he was locked up, like, oh, come on, fight me like a man. It's just so say you ain't could do shit, boy. But it actually does something towards the end. I mean, uh,
Or
uh,
if Arkin took the mask with him and put it on while he was doing that to the collector.
puts the mask on. Like you want to be a doctor, is it Sartain from
Yeah.
Halloween 2018? So this is what it feels like.
I'm inside of you, inside of me.
Continuity, I mean, it's obviously a different guy. You can tell in his movements throughout the whole movie. He moves faster. But the big giveaway is that this guy actually has hair. The first guy was kind of more bald. I'm like,
Yeah,
wait a second.
yeah, you can definitely tell the first one just felt a little bit more creepier to me. A
Plus, I
little
mean,
bit,
that guy shared your name. He was
yeah.
Juan.
One of
This
the
guy was
Dead,
not the one.
One of the Dead, which is a real movie, by the way.
One of the dead. Oh shit.
But yeah, and to give this one a 3, I know it kind of sounds like I'm nitpicking on some of the stuff, but at the end of the day, I still gave this movie a 3, like the first one, because I mean, at least me personally, I appreciate the whole world and the whole idea of a mass murderer being called the collector. Like, I think, the
Can
idea,
relate, right?
yeah, for real, no, for real. Like, you can see his determination, you can see his willing to never give up. And you know what? Even if we collect different things, but even
Never
though
give up.
it's it's
He's
the
got that. He's got that hustle, loyalty, respect.
it's the hunt that is the most enjoyable at the end of the
The
day.
thrill of the hunt.
Yeah.
Yes. Couldn't have said better myself.
Even though as collectors you have these stacks,
Oh
like
shit, man! Just
like
flex on
the funnest part is the hunt, like going out there and looking.
him.
And like I said, even though he's hunting for blood, it's still kind of the same thing. I appreciate that they bring that to these movies. He has will to hunt and kill and bring everything to his library of bodies. But it's different too. Like you're a big horror fan as well. There's not really another movie out there or a set of movies like these two that display somebody's crave of collecting what they're hunting. Like, yeah, you can watch like Predator or some shit, but this is still different because this feels like this can really happen. And at the end of this one, they proved that. Like, he looked pretty snazzy. Looks like he just got off of a 5 o'clock work day.
Mm, you did.
Yeah,
But I mean, yeah, I guess that's covered majority of the main movie of
that's the collection.
that is the collection. Um, we're gonna get right into the taglines. What you got for this tagline?
Where is it at? The tagline for me, um,
The collection.
I think the original one is what? Let me look it up here. The original tagline is "Every great collector has a vision." Well, mine, I kind of used the same thing, but I just used the very last word. So the one I put together was "Every great collector has a story," and this leads into my third movie or prequel guessing, if you want to do that. But like, that's what I said, and I'll lead into that later if you want, whenever we talk about how you would have ended it. Yeah, every great collector has a story. I was trying to
Collector.
come up with I was trying to
Collection.
come up with something crazy, cheesy, and funny, but I couldn't come up with anything funny.
Collect the collection. Never stop collecting. That's
Never
it.
stop collecting.
The collection. It's not hoarding. It's collecting. The collection.
The collection, is it waterproof?
Is it waterproof? I got zombies. It's not bad.
Yeah.
No, that's still like that kind of threw me. That was a surprise on that. It's like, what? He guys he's got his own zombies.
Oh yeah.
It's- how he would have ended it. Uh, this one's kind of tough because I mean, technically, this was like two different endings.
Yeah.
Could have gone with the mask, or I mean,
But if I'm not mistaken, we kind of had this complaint in the first movie when we reviewed it. There was kind of two different endings, and we kind of had the same little conversation last time. So,
what Rob Zombie's Halloween?
well, not only for that one, but for the first collector, because remember, I was like, you could have ended it with the little girl, with the collector taking the little girl, and it could have just ended like that. But it originally ended with the collector going
Getting
into the
Arkin.
ambulance and taking Arkin. Yeah. How would
Yeah.
you have ended this one?
This one.
Because in some sense, it kind of had a pretty cool ending with just Arkin looking at the mask.
Like a prequel. What? Uh, Ending it. Oh shit, man.
So like,
uh,
yeah, it's kind of
go
a good
ahead.
ending if he's just sitting there looking at it.
These are
I kind of had,
both. See, the other one, I already forgot what's it for the original movie. But I thought whatever I said then was kind of clever. It's like to a sequel ending now.
oh yeah.
It's like shit. To be continued, no man. What the hell?
To be continued.
Just say just segments. Mm,
I would have
someone's
just taken the daylight scene out. That's how I would have ended it if I could choose. I just would have taken that whole scene of Arkin throwing him in there, because now you kind of have to lead with a third movie with Arkin in it. Like, doesn't matter if you bring the actor back, you have to bring Arkin back, the character, because he threw who he thought was the collector in there. If you just end it with him looking at the mask, you don't have to bring Arkin back. If you want to do a third movie, there's an open slot for a third movie, or you can just leave it alone.
For a second there, I thought you were gonna go the Halloween H2O route.
Oh no! I mean, they very well could watch. Oh, that wasn't the collector. That was like just his
that
neighbor
was
Joe.
yep, that was someone else.
Yeah, and that could be. That's probably why the third one was never made.
The
That's
collected resurrection.
yeah. Yeah, that's how the third one. That they saw the opening for 3, and they're like, yeah, we're not doing that again. I would like to see a prequel. Like, I think my meaning behind every collection or every collector has a story. I would have liked to see what causes him to not only kill people, but also why he started doing his collecting.
The prequel to that. What was the third one even? I forgot what the third one's going to be about.
I thought there was like a movie poster to it already. Like it was
I don't know if it's a prequel. I mean, I think it's a sequel. The Collected. The Collected collects. Common Collected.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a 2021 release.
The Collect.
Supposedly, it says this third film in the Collector film series follows up to the collection, but that's it.
I like how this. I don't even know if it was like the official poster or whatever, but it's like all from the Twisted Writers of Saw 4, 5, 6, and 7. I mean, that's something new. It's kind of on all their their Blu-ray poster covers. I like how the font is. I mean, it says the Collected, and the E is a 3.
Oh yeah, I mean that's pretty cool.
But
it even has a full cast listed and everything. But for some reason, it even has Elena in the cast coming back. But nothing was ever like.
Peter.
I guess probably COVID probably knocked it out.
And then there was gonna be another person playing the Collector.
Oh no, here it is. It says the development started in May 2019. However, production was halted for unknown reasons in that October. And then COVID happened in March of 2020. So that probably just ended everything. Who knows?
I was looking through the cast, and do you know who was supposed to make an appearance in this movie?
Tom Atkins?
Yep.
From
Tom
Halloween
Atkins,
3?
Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Yeah, you're right too. A whole different person would have played the Collector.
Oh man, third time's the charm, right?
Yeah.
It's like they were trying to go for that Friday 13th Halloween direction.
Yeah, because I necessarily wouldn't have. I don't know how it would have started, or even then. But I don't know. Like the guy who plays Arkin is cool in the first movie, but he kind of was just irritated in this movie for me. Like I'm like, dude, you're obviously not like, a main guy. Why are they treating you like you're a main guy?
He's a main guy, damn it. No, man.
But I don't know. It's interesting, and I think if they ever do it, I think it'd be fun to sit down and talk about again. Did you ever say how you would have ended it?
No, just plain simple. Someone gets collected. That's it. Someone gets just edit the same way.
Somebody gets put into a Pokemon necklace and gets worn out to the ring at WrestleMania.
How much was that card going for? Something million or
millions of dollars.
Pikachu graded card. Yeah, that's
insane.
I don't know. I'm just gonna grab one of these.
It has actual Pikachu feathers on it.
And I'm gonna be wearing this on around my neck.
Yeah,
It's the
you should go to work like that
it's
on your
the
next day.
the Wubba Fett.
Boba Fett
I'm like, what the hell are you wearing that around your neck? Yep, that's it. It's all signed. It's an autographed card, so
from Boba Fett.
no. Yeah, but somebody gets collected. Plain and simple. I just don't know the execution of how it would go down.
Are you still happy with your 3.5?
I'm happy. I'm very disappointed actually. 3.5. No, I think it's the fair rating for me. Considering the first one I enjoyed. I think because if I can even call it more simpler, it was because
You
this
talking
one
about the
they feel
first
like
one?
they're trying to go a little bit more all out.
Yeah,
Now it's
that's
almost
true.
this one was like more action packed and shit.
And I think it has to do a lot with like the budget. I was looking through my notes, like, yeah, the budget for this movie was like $10 million. I'm like, geez, that's a lot for just a simple horror movie that you're trying to put together.
Yeah, I'd say it was
Oh
more
yeah,
it was entertaining for sure,
yeah. The
but
Collector, the first one only had a $3 million budget. This one had a $10 million budget, and they did not
it's
make their money back with this one.
just the vibes of the both movies. Like the first one was it's a little different.
This one, yeah, this one felt real too, like felt good, but um, yeah, I'm gonna stick with the three, but I put both of them in there with threes. I think they're both really good watches. Um, Again, a fun idea.
Yes, so I would have ended it. Someone gets collected.
Gets collected.
That's my cheap answer. I give up. I gave an answer for the first one. I didn't think I was gonna have to think of another. But I mean that was the episode for today. You you picked up the Scream 4K Steelbook, right?
I did.
Nice,
Scream.
nice.
Pretty pretty fun movie.
Yeah,
Fun
I've
still
still
book.
not seen it yet.
Fun still book. Highly recommend it.
If you can get your hands on the Steelbook.
Yeah, if you can get your hands on the still book. I think by Monday or Tuesday, I think the hype will die down for that still book because Spider-Man comes out Tuesday.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people are going to be trying to get their hands on that. So hopefully, for those of you that are wanting Scream, I think there should be some out there.
Hmm.
So
Well, I never got my hands on the Scream, the first Scream Steelbook. I just had the regular 4K.
yeah, that's how I have it too. I just have the regular 4K for the original Scream.
It's all right. It's
But
all right. It's all good, man. It's all good because this. No man.
Sonic,
Sonic 4K so which will lead into actually I'm gonna see Sonic 2 Monday.
nice. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a fun movie. You know, hope the first one was fun. Uh, you can't take those movies like super serious, or you're not going to enjoy it. So I always enjoy stuff like that.
So Jim Carrey is planning on retiring.
Planning on retiring. Yeah, I don't really know the reasons why, because there was a lot of projects he was like getting ready to do. Like I heard people wanted he was set to do Ace Ventura 3, um, something else too, like another big one of his movies, but a sequel. So yeah, I don't know. That came out of nowhere. I saw Sonic though. The producers and the director was like, if he does retire, we're not going to recast that villain. We'll just do something different.
I mean,
So
it's different villains in the Sonic games, so but just yeah,
Scream though, if you don't want to buy the physical media or the physical copy, it's on Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus. I do not have that at the moment.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Paramount Plus.
I mean,
And it's been on there too for like a month already.
I'm the 4K bad guy. Well, actually, I'm the bad guy in the cage currently, but when I'm on UHD, I'm the 4K bad guy. So I'll definitely be getting the 4K copy, if regardless if it's steelbook or the regular slip cover.
The slipcover looks nice too, though.
Yeah, but yeah, Scream. Um,
Have you decided what in 2 weeks what we're going to talk about, or we just want to talk about next week with Gafka?
so this is gonna probably start going to promoting. Um, so on UHD, underrated horror discoveries. I don't know. I mean, it's supposed to be discoveries, but yet some of the movies are like we've seen before, and
Yeah,
so we
we'll just
known about
call
them. We know
underrated.
about their existence, but I mean, like this one, I think this will be like our full on first watch. But
Yeah,
gawk with that thick yeah, with Halle Berry
Gafka.
it, yeah,
Have you
some of
seen it?
you not fully. I remember seeing like bits of it back when I was a young little
Oh,
lad.
a young wee lad.
Okay, maybe not that young. Because it was this movie came out in I think 2006 or seven. I don't early. I was like preteen, but but it has
I've
Robert
never.
Downey Jr. It had I forgot who else was there, but I was gonna say like Caliberry for the people who've been living on a rock who's like who's Caliberry? Come on, it's Storm from X-Men. It's also Catwoman. Also, okay, I'm not gonna name all her roles, but I'm just gonna go with the casual viewer. Maybe like people know for like hero roles. So
Oh, Penelope Cruz is in it too.
Penelope Cruz.
Oh yes. It looks pretty interesting. I'm excited to watch it for the first time. Um, yeah, I heard a lot about it when it first came out in 2003.
Okay, so
2003 to
2003. I said
2000.
2007. That's
Okay.
alright. The Blu-ray released.
Well, 2003 to 2005 really was that prime time for HBO and like Stars. You know how they would release like a brand new movie every Saturday. I don't know if you remember, but
Mm.
yeah, I remember seeing a lot about Kafka on
Gotcha.
on like HBO and stuff. So it's gonna be pretty fun to watch. I can't wait to dig into it. Nick made me literally Nick made me. He was like, "You can't do this episode unless you go get a Blu-ray copy of it." So he was
Yeah.
going to ban me for life from ever appearing on any of these shows. So he was like, "You have to go get a Blu-ray copy." So
It's like, oh well. The next episode got what the show like. What happens to the one?
so
Yeah,
yeah,
come
that's going to be pretty interesting, and it happens on Wednesday the 13th.
Wednesday 13th.
Yeah,
That should be
the
like
episode. Yeah,
a new day. Should be like the bad guy day. 13th, Wednesday 13th.
Wednesday the 13th.
Um, let's see. That's 13th. As after that one, Fuentes is picked. Well, he had messaged me early on. This is the movie he's like I would pick or something like that. And this will be on the 20th of April. The movie is called. It's a Netflix
Uh-oh.
movie. It
Oh,
is called, and this is from 2021. You just gotta try to keep building it up. There was someone inside your house. There's someone inside your house, one.
oh, was there?
No, man. That's what the movie's called. Um, but yeah, so um, it's a Netflix film, or the little description on here says everybody has secrets, some too deadly to keep. The minds of James Wan, The Conjuring, and Sean Levy, Stranger Things. So
Hmm.
James Wan has his sprint on this, which is not always a good thing. It could be a hit or miss.
I can't find it. You said there is someone inside your house?
That is what, yeah, that's what it's called. There's someone inside your house.
Hmm.
It's a pretty basic title for a movie.
It's rated TVMA 2. Oh no. I may not be able to watch this one. It's too dark.
Too dark.
Watch on Netflix. Should be interesting.
Oh, speaking of Netflix and that the other movie we saw, I wanted to get your little bit of thoughts. Wait, did we talk about that in UHD? I can't remember shit. If we already,
I hadn't finished the episode. But as
oh
far as
yeah,
like at least last week, but the movie that you guys talked about a few weeks ago, yeah, it was a little rough for me. If I had to give a machete rating, it'd probably be like a 2.
a 2. God damn it, man. The
Yeah.
movie was good. I don't remember what I gave it. I think I gave it a 3. I was like,
It was a little rough. I think it was just a little too meaty for me, a little too girthy. I like my horror movies. I like my horror movies like an hour and a half to maybe like an hour and 45 minutes. When they reach like longer than 2 hours, I'm like, oof. It has to just have some really good deep story into it. Like The Shining.
What about Ashley Green?
No,
That's him, right?
Green, she's the reason the movie's a 2.
She's the reason. I thought you were gonna give it because the actor who plays Iceman.
No, she's she was okay in it. She had done another horror movie too back in the day called like
Twilight.
The Apparition or the Apparition or something like that. And she did it
Oh.
right after Twilight.
Okay.
But yeah,
that's our next review then.
Yeah, she's a pretty good actress.
Yeah. She's a great actress.
We need to get her on. We need to get her on one day.
Hopefully. Since we're on the topic of that, because we reviewed that movie on the last episode of this show. I summoned you on the stream.
Yeah.
Of course, you weren't watching. Obviously, I think you were busy at work, probably still. But because Fuentes had to answer his phone call during the episode, and then I had to really make up a random covers. I don't know. I feel it was like shit. You let me on the spot, so now I gotta think of something to say to fill in the quietness. I could just sat there and like da 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 da. But yeah, Fuentes he was doing answering his calls. So I was like, Juan, if you're watching, come on, step in. They start crying. just broke down mentally. Yeah, it's very sad that you weren't able to pop on, and I could have avoided that spot.
Could have just like did the whole pushing the picture out of the way.
The picture out of the way. I mean, that's as far as our episodes to come. Those are the episodes. You can follow me on the 4K Bad Guy on Instagram. Subscribe to the channel, Almost All Productions, if you have not done so. We already stopped doing the audio format for now. Our last episode was the see, I already forget what the movie was called.
The next episode?
Well, not the next episode, but the last episode we did. The movie was called. But episode 6, yes. That was our last episode we did for the audio format. It's kind of a goodbye for now.
I'll see you later. But it's
I'll see you later. Yeah.
You're like, no, it's goodbye for now.
It's goodbye. We're not doing it. So yeah.
So now the only way they can check us out every Wednesday is going to be on the YouTube channel.
On the YouTube channel or the Hub.
The Hub. Those are for premium subscribers.
Premium.
Yeah.
I know a thing or two about premium.
Those are for Patreon members only.
Your Patreon. I know we talked about a little bit on UHD, but I don't know. I mean, we kind of already talked about what was already on the beginning of the show. We're kind of doing some plugs about the wrestling tacos and all that. The highlights. That's what you can catch on this channel, and also the Friday the 14th shows, this main show, and UHD. We talk horror movies, and then we
Every Wednesday. Yeah.
every Wednesday, and we'll throw some filler stuff. You're like, why are they talking about wrestling, or why are they talking about Will Smith doing slaps? Why are you talking about inappropriate adult humor?
We have to test the waters. We can't just open up and go right into the movie. We gotta liven up the crowd. We gotta get somebody laughing out there, if not ourselves.
Or is there's it's like yeah, it's what the whole I do the show for, and I don't get paid to do it. So I mean, I'm getting paid just by seeing one.
You get the
That's
big
my
bucks,
payment.
man. Don't lie.
I get the big bucks. I don't know if you. I mean, I had to pull these out again. I mean, these days this is when I get paid. I get paid in
You
cards.
get paid? Yeah.
Ooh, cards. I gotta do the.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go. Hey, Franco, pay me
Anytime,
right now. I'm doing the ooh.
every time you do it, you get you get a payment, right?
I get paid. Got $50 in the PayPal.
There you go. PayPal works. Or you can just put up your what's the little money thing the kids use nowadays?
The money thing. Bitcoin.
Yeah. No.
Cash App.
Cash App. There you go. You can put your Cash App right here next to your name here every single Wednesday. And
So
if the
don't
listeners want,
my OnlyFans.
yeah.
I don't know.
What does your OnlyFans consist of? Me and my hands touching movies of all kinds.
What if you did it with your feet though?
Oh,
Put your feet on top of the physical media.
huh?
Will that give
Oh.
you a full on gain? You have a whole crowd like, oh yes, he's touching his Blu-rays and 4Ks with his feet.
You know what? Some people probably would pay. Probably not my fee, but some people would
Top
probably
dollar.
pay. Yeah. Find a go
But that's
collecting.
yeah, collecting. But I mean, that's why I want to plug in. I'll let you have your moments of shining.
You guys can follow me as well on the Instagram. It is one word Cinnamon Movie Podcast. CINEMEN. I collect a bunch of physical media over on that page as well. There you can also find the links in the bio to listen to my podcast. It's kind of like these guys. We open up the book and the forbidden book to all different kinds of movies, good, bad, long, not long, horror, comedy, anything you want to listen to. We're actually talking about a Texas legend on Monday. We're going to review Selena.
Oh shit! I thought you were gonna say Chuck Norris.
So no,
Close
I think
enough.
close enough. Yeah.
Selena, yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be fun every single Monday. Looking for some new things to do. So yeah, we're interactive on the Instagram, polls, giveaways. Go check us out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anything for Selenas.
Anything for Selena.
Yeah.
Not the Instagram show, by the way. Not the Instagram Selena movie show. We're not doing that one.
Oh, you're not doing that shit.
No,
I think I've only seen the first season. I haven't even gotten to the second season.
How do they say J-Lo? J-Lo.
Yeah. But in the TV series, that's Christian Serratos. I think that's how you say her last name. I know her from a Nickelodeon show, but she is known for her Walking Dead role as Rosita.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it, so I'm not gonna knock on it. But yeah, I don't think anybody can touch J-Lo.
For sure, I can't touch J-Lo.
Except for Ben Affleck. He's the only one.
As well, should. But yeah, it was fun talking to you again. No Fuentes today. Oh well. Nah, man, didn't say oh well. But he did say here that he wanted me to tell you that he misses you.
Well, I appreciate it. I can't wait to talk to him on the next time. Hope you know what? Maybe he can make up for it and join us for Gothka.
I can't do it, man. I can't do it. He's gotta stay in his own lane. Oh yeah, I'll mess up. I mean, I'll tell him. But that was the episode 7 of the collection. Thanks for tuning in. Folks, always been a bad guy. Voila. Wow.